Hello, good evening. I don't know why I did the Mrs. Doubtfire impression, then forced its way out. That felt very odd. Hello.
It was very odd.
It was a bit. It surprised myself. I don't know where the voice came from. Good evening. Hiya, Marion.
Where are we? Well,
quick off the draw there, Marion. That's on Facebook, look.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're live back on Facebook because you've logged into yours because I don't do Facebook.
Right.
Not that anybody's noticed. Friends of Facebook.
Not bitter or anything, eh?
No. And when I figure out how to close Instagram, I'm going to close that as well. But have you ever tried to close your Instagram account?
Yeah. You can delete it. We're not getting into that conversation now. We've got lovely viewers.
We have.
Hiya, Danny. With your
Danny's
new
here,
surname because you're married now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get some banners on.
Fabulous.
The usual stuff at the beginning. Like, share, subscribe, especially on Facebook. That should be sharing now. Have you done it?
What?
The sharey thing.
What, am I supposed to do it?
You normally
now?
sit on your phone and do a little share
No, but
thing.
I get told off.
Oh, by who?
You.
That's because I never know the format of what we're going to do. But hi, everybody. Oh, Marion's here again. Well, Marion didn't know how she found us, but she found us.
Excellent.
That's
as
all
long
good.
As you found us.
That's all good, Marion.
That matters.
Yeah, no, so we're back on Facebook. So hi, guys. Let us know you're there. Bit of liking and sharing. We are the Wiccan Warriors. My name's Alistair. I'm a Norse medium pagan tarot reading lunatic. Life coach. It's just all of the above.
No, I'm Penny and I'm a Wiccan. I'm a doula. I'm an empath. I'm a Reiki master, advanced master herbalist.
Yep.
A little bit of everything. And I like to read the tarots as well.
Yeah. So I forgot what I was going to say then.
So what are we doing this week, Alistair?
Oh, yeah. So, no, what have we done this week?
What have we done this week?
Took a lot of painkillers if it was me. I have
Clearly
taken
whined a bit.
quite a lot of paracetamol. My back is sore.
Okay.
Stop acting like you're not giving me sympathy and being horrible because you're not like that at all. Yeah, my back is still sore. I wish it would repair quicker and heal faster, but apparently it doesn't want to. Oh, did anybody order any mugs? If you've seen last week's show, did anybody go onto our merch thing? I should have put that up. Actually, yeah, I'll drop the merch thing across the bottom.
Okay.
And I still need 2 subscribers to get my nice chair.
You're not having it.
We've got 18 subscribers on the YouTube channel. If I get 20, I can order a new chair.
Maybe.
Just mean. So yeah, let us know how your week's been. Ours has been actually pretty charged.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because we had some visitors.
We did have some visitors.
I think effectively we've started a circle.
A mini one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to say much about it, do you?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, when do you want to talk about it?
Well, not yet. I think it's quite a personal
Okay, yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not willing to say anything yet.
Cool. Right, what are we going to talk about this week then? Telling me stuff we're not going to talk about.
This week, we're going to talk about Samhain.
What? Samhain, Penny? I'll ask the questions for you guys.
Shocking. So, Samhain is the Wiccan version of Halloween. And I've got lots of information that I want to share about it. So, I think Halloween has become really commercialized, and it is about...
Not in this country.
The outfits you buy are linked to TV and movie and things like that. And that's veered away from the traditional folklore outfits. They're quite creepy. If you go online and have a look at some of the photos from the original Halloween outfits, there's some from the early 1900s that are pretty scary.
Yeah, Halloween costumes, 1900 style. Just Google image search that. Wow.
Yeah.
Creepy.
So, Samhain for us is one of the 8 Sabbats. So there are 4 that are linked to astronomical events, and there are 2 that are linked to solstice.
Yeah.
which is the longest and the shortest day. And then there are 2 that are linked to equinoxes, which are when the days are balanced, the same amount of light to dark.
Right.
And that happens twice a year. So that's the 8 Sabbats. And Samhain is one of those 8. And it's part of the Celtic Fire Festival.
Is that where we run around naked around a fire?
Skyclad, not naked. It's called Skyclad.
My birthday suit.
We're not doing that.
Oh.
We're not doing that.
The neighbours didn't complain that much last year. In the end, they joined in.
Oh, if that was true, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it's not though.
So, Samhain actually means first frost. So it's when the weather turns. So we've just had the harvests and everything's done, and now we start preparing for the winter.
Yeah.
Okay. So we tend to see first frost. It's when we have the feast for our ancestors, to celebrate our ancestors. It's the Day of the Dead, and it's the old Celtic New Year as well. And it's traditionally celebrated with a fire, and it's about burning away the old for the new to come in. So actually, even though it's about the connection to the dead and our ancestors and the veil so that we can contact them, it's actually massively linked to birth, to something being renewed.
Right.
So all the old is gone. We've gone most of the way through the year. It's why it was the Celtic New Year. We've gone most of the way through the year. We've done all the harvesting. We've done all the hard work. And there's not a lot that we can do in winter.
Keep an eye on the thermostat.
Well, they didn't have a thermostat traditionally. They had fires.
Okay.
So it was about preparing to get through the winter. So an 8th century scholar, monk, called Bede, actually called November Blood Month. So from the 1st of November, which is actually the main day, excellent, which is actually All Hallows.
All Hallows, yeah.
Yeah, the 1st of November. It was called the Blood Month because what would happen was you would go out hunting and there would be a lot of killing so that you could fill your stores to get you through winter. So there was a lot of killing. So he documented it. It's, as I said, I think it was in the 8th century as the Blood Month.
Right.
So that was the first link to blood with it. Okay, so it's believed that the veil is thinnest on All Hallows Eve, which is generally for us the 31st of October. And that means that we are able to have contact with somebody who has passed over. So the curtain, if you like, the veil between the living world and the next world is really thin because it is the time to renew.
Right. It's good fun.
Does that all make sense?
It does. I didn't want to interrupt because you were doing the kind of we know what we're talking about thing. So it was quite historical and it was factual.
Yeah.
So
it's like grown up. But it's actually the time of the year when it is the celebration of the crone. So for us, there is Maiden, Mother, Crone. So this time of the year is the celebration of the hag goddess, who is the crone. So she is known in different countries as different things. So she is known as Rhiannon, which was the goddess of transition.
right.
Ceridwen, who held the cauldron of transformation, and Hecate, who was the weaver of wisdom and the guardian of the crossroads. So they're all 3 of those are about the link between this world and the next world. That's why they are important at this time of year. So different countries celebrate in different ways. So the way that we should celebrate Halloween
Yeah.
is,
It's dancing naked round a fire.
if you want to do that, you absolutely can. I'm not. It's a little bit nippy and I am likely to trip over. So I'm not going to do that because that won't be very good. But the way that you're supposed to celebrate Samhain is to name the dead, actually speak their name, and honour them, remember them, and speak to them. That's what we should be doing. So what we're doing there, when I say honour, it's about honouring the circle of life, because this time of year is the end of one year.
Yep.
And the beginning of something new. So it is about the circle of life. What we should do is honour new death. So death within the last year.
Right.
And then death that is older than that. So for our ancestors, more than a year. Celebrate birth within the last year. So if there's any new babies.
Yeah.
And that honours the circle.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah? All makes sense? All makes sense, everybody? Anybody got any questions? Right now, it's like being a bit at school.
I've not interrupted. This was like the intelligent bit. So I had to let Penny talk.
Yeah.
But it is. Fundamentally, it's that reaching out to our ancestors is the most important bit to me.
Mm-hmm.
I always light a fire. I'll always sit there and in the flames chat to the people of my past. Some that I knew, some that I didn't, because that's what's important to me. I'm only here because they did what they did. I'm not here because of what my parents did. I'm here because of what thousands of people did.
Yeah.
So, and it's like you say, it's giving thanks for that.
It is, absolutely. And well done for keeping it appropriate.
I can be quite jovial, I know that, and I will manipulate certain things to make them funny, but this is, as much as it's a hallmark event with plastic things hanging up outside people's houses, the roots of it are a pagan tradition or Celtic tradition, and it's those sorts of, the basic crux of it does matter to me. It is important. That's why I didn't want to interrupt. It's a very important time of year. Same as I wouldn't have interrupted if I was sat in church with them talking about hot cross buns and reincarnation and coming out of a cross and all those things that lead up to the same time of year that we're now in that they plagiarised.
Anywho.
But I'm not going to say any of that.
No, don't.
Oh, we've got a couple of comments. See, I get chatting and then I miss all the comments.
Okay.
So, Marion, I've never heard that side. Much prefer that to today's Halloween. It is. The kind of socially acceptable Halloween nowadays is you carve a pumpkin, you put it outside, and that warrants kids coming round. And I like that.
So, before we move away from that, why do we carve a pumpkin?
To keep off evil spirits, is what I believe. Is what I thought.
It actually is rooted in an Irish folk tale.
Oh.
And it is the story of, I think that he was called Stingy Jack, and he made a bargain with the devil, and he is doomed to roam the earth forever with nothing more than a light made out of a carved out turnip.
Oh.
And it actually, I think it comes from Ireland, that story. And that's actually why we carve pumpkins.
Oh.
But we use pumpkins because they're ripe at this time of year.
Yeah, it does seem appropriate.
Like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays, I just kind of, if women are going out, they're dressed as a harlequin. You know, there was no imagination goes into costumes nowadays. It's movie stuff as opposed to...
And women have to either be hags or trollops.
Yeah. And it does. I kind of get it. They're doing it the celebration side of it. It's a massive party. It's massively more important in America than it is over here. I mean, as we've just proved, we're
the
still
commercial nature of it is more.
We went to B&M earlier, and they've got half a set of shelf or half a shelf set out with the last of Halloween stuff, and Christmas is already there. So you could argue at this point that one pagan ceremony is being pushed out by a Christian one.
Okay.
Because it's, I mean, there's a lot of companies I've seen that been advertising Christmas for about a month. Don't even mention Halloween.
Oh, we were sitting in a pub yesterday while they were playing a Christmas song.
Yeah.
But they had their Halloween decorations out.
So I do think in this country, the Christians let this celebration happen because they don't want to be thought to be nasty. But I genuinely think if the oppressive side of the Christianity bit had kicked in more on this little island, we wouldn't even have Halloween. It wouldn't be allowed as a celebration. Because what other celebrations do we have that are marketed like that from a pagan background? If you can think of one, let me know. But Halloween is pretty much it. Then you have Christmas, Easter.
Estra.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have our equivalents.
Yeah.
But you get my logic. So this Halloween is it's either really commercialized or it is somebody like me sitting with their own private fire, talking to their own ancestors, reconnecting with their roots.
Yeah.
There's no kind of in-between bit. So I like what you said earlier about, before we were on camera, about actually doing something and having friends round at Halloween. I think that'd be a cracking idea. Right, on to the next comment. Tom, I got all that bit lost on the Maiden Mother Crone part. Very interesting.
Research.
Yeah, it's a woman.
It's the triple goddess. A lot of things that happen in Wiccan are around 3, the number 3. So with the triple goddess, she is represented.
Chris, I'm with you on that one.
The triple goddess is represented by the waxing moon, the full moon, and then the waning moon.
Yeah.
Maiden Mother Crone. There are so many different aspects that are linked to 3 with Wiccan. And so the year is split into 3.
But yeah, can you think of another pagan celebration that actually happens? Can anybody think of one?
Well, there's solstices. They're celebrated. They're very pagan.
Yeah, but there's not.
It's not commercial.
Yeah, it's not a commercialised version.
Thing and go and dance in the moonlight.
Yeah, get yourself on Etsy and buy some overpriced stuff created by Jacqueline in her basement. But there isn't. That's the only one.
I don't
know.
I want to go and
that is the only one that actually ends up in shops because they can sell us some flashing plastic tat.
Okay.
None of the other stuff does. I just
so
thought
we
that was
were
quite
saying
interesting.
about trick or treating.
Yep.
So the origin of trick or treating,
legalized begging,
even though it is huge in America, did start over here.
Most things
it's more based in Ireland and Scotland, and then moved into England, and it comes from a tradition called guising, where you dressed up as a character from folklore or myth, and you would go and knock on people's doors and ask for food. It's only been recent history where they've changed it to trick or treat.
Oh.
It was give me some food because I'm hungry, or bad things will befall you. That's where the trick or treat came in. It wasn't about having a choice. It was about, I need food. If you're not generous to me and help me, the universe will get you.
Karma will kick your ass.
Basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's actually rooted in that. But obviously, sweet companies got in on the act. And Americans have absolutely wholeheartedly embraced it. Much more than, I have
a theory on that. As much as American has a very Christian-based country, they've never called it Christmas. It's always been holidays. So they've never had that same Christian celebration directly after a pagan one. Do you see my random kind of semantic logic here? They have Halloween and then they have Thanksgiving and holidays, and it just forms part of a celebration. It doesn't. You can't see the same Christian divide, which I think we feel the effect of in this country. I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, by all means.
Americans do call it Yule more than they call it Christmas, and Yule.
Oh, it's the holidays, isn't it?
Yule is pagan.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So,
what do you guys do for Halloween? Do you still have people trick or treat round about your own? It's been a bit difficult through COVID. This year, I was hoping things wouldn't have been like this, and I bought some bits and bobs that I put in storage to decorate all out the front of the house. But I don't think I'm going to bother because I'm not going to put loads out there.
No, not loads and loads. We'll just do
I don't want to be a bit of a worrywart and a bit of a panicker. But are we all aware of the numbers of COVID? They seem to be going up. So I'm a little bit concerned by that.
Yeah,
but
I get that. But
it's all right. Boris has got it all in hand. So
anyway, we're not doing that. We're talking about Samhain.
Yeah, Samhain. So what do you guys do? Yeah, that was my question. Do you guys go out trick-or-treating? Do you dress up? Do you decorate the outside of your house? Do you decorate the inside of your house? What?
That one. You didn't put that up.
I did.
Danny loves Halloween. It's understandable. So there is do you know, on a previous one of these, we talked about superstitions.
Yep.
And things that people do. And there is actually a superstition that is linked to Halloween. And that is the hanging of a horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
And I have written notes on this because it's a bit of a story to try and remember. It's not very long, but and it actually comes from the Roma community. The Romanists.
Right.
And the horseshoe hanging up the right way so that the two bits are pointing upwards to hold the luck in.
Yeah.
And why we do that is because they hung them above their caravan doors.
Right.
Because of a story. And the story they tell is that a Roma man was riding back into the camp late one night and he was chased by 4 demons.
Right.
And the 4 demons were bad luck, ill health, unhappiness, and death.
Nice.
So he rode and obviously went off the track and his horse. I've skipped ahead. So the demon bad luck was catching up to him. His horse then threw a shoe. The shoe flew behind him, and just as bad luck was about to catch him, it struck him and killed him.
Nice.
Okay, so he managed to get back to the camp safe, and the demon bad luck was killed. The other 3 demons, ill health, unhappiness, and death, stopped to help their brother demon and to take him to bury him. They then took the horseshoe and hung it above his caravan to signify the horseshoe that killed bad luck.
Ah.
And that is the Romany story.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
The hanging of a horseshoe. And it's linked to this time of year.
I don't know how many times I've had debates with people as to how you should hang a horseshoe. Some people say it should be hung that way. As an ex-farrier who started an apprenticeship, didn't finish it though.
Anyway.
Should it be that way, or that way?
It should be up to hold the luck in.
But I've seen them hung all 3 different ways. Yeah. Some people say you should hang it the other way up so the luck can fall out. Others say it should be that way to catch the luck. And I've seen it hung sideways to the same thing, to create a luck circle.
How bizarre. Anyway, I'm just telling you, it's a Romany story.
Look at a love heart.
Oh.
Where did that come from? Thank you ever so much. That means so much. We never get them.
You don't have to believe the story, but I like those old stories.
I like a good story like that.
We've lost the tradition of storytelling, and I just wanted to give a little bit of that storytelling back because Samhain's quite important to us.
It is.
So I thought that was a cracking story. But along with that, what else you're supposed to do with horseshoes is put them up your chimney because they ward off witches. So the witches can't come down your chimney to get you.
Which is smart enough to just use the door.
Yeah.
Marion's...
and we're not weak like vampires. We don't have to be invited in. We can just go in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Marion's commented. She's put, no, really not interested. Oh,
no, that's not what she's put.
No, I turned the lights off and hope you stop the kids calling. I'm afraid. Bless you. It doesn't help actually when you've got dogs. And Marion's got a few dogs. So when you've got constantly got people ringing the doorbell and knocking the door, it does drive the dogs insane.
And it doesn't help if, to be honest, if you're struggling financially and you're worried about putting food on your table, buying sweets to give away, even though it is an act of reciprocity, that you're passing on, it's still quite difficult to do, and especially the price of things now and how commercial that everything is. You have to buy the ones that have got pumpkins and cats and things on them.
Not only that, but I can remember kids coming around trick-or-treating and knocking on my door and asking for fags. You're not got any cigarettes. It was a bit of a dodgy council estate, but
well, that'll be why then.
Yeah, so they didn't always just ask for sweets.
Well, now you've got teenagers that knock and ask for money.
There we go. I never knew that either.
It's the horseshoe that killed bad luck.
Never heard that story either.
I do love old stories like that. I think they're brilliant. So, hopefully you've learned something today.
Yeah, you filled 27 minutes. Now what are we going to chat about?
I don't know. Why don't you show people your new cup that you're quite proud of?
My Halloween cup. It's because nobody sent me a proper skull yet. Once I get a real human skull, I'll make that.
Drink out of a skull.
Make that into a cup.
So yeah, and I also think it's quite interesting that people use pumpkins because that's what we're shown that we should carve is pumpkins, but actually it's not. It's any root vegetable. But if you grow pumpkins, and we
didn't this year,
but we have done, and they went insane and grew like crazy. Is they are in abundance and they're big and easy to carve. But you can use any root vegetable at all. I think a butternut squash would be quite a difficult one, if I'm honest with you. But turnips were the traditional ones, what were traditionally turned into.
Yeah, the little ones. That makes sense.
But they're a sod to buy.
My mate got knocked out by
I've only just been
turnip.
able to buy turnips, and they're not even that big.
No, my mate got knocked out by one.
All right.
On home farm where I grew up, they used to gather them all in and then store them in the barn. And then me and my mates were throwing them at each other, and he caught one on the back of the head and went poof like that. Went down. Death by turnip.
That's horrendous.
Just a quick side note, as an ex-dog trainer.
Yeah.
Marion's saying there about dogs barking all evening. There is actually pre-done posters that you can print off the internet, and you stick them on your wheelie bin and put your wheelie bin at the end of your driveway or
directly in front of your
in front of your door, and it just illustrates that there is a reason you don't want people to knock, so such as dogs and stuff.
There will still be people that knock.
Oh yeah, I know, and there'll be people that see that and go, oh, okay.
Okay.
Danny, I do have a question, but not about tonight's subject. Fire away, go for it.
Lordy,
we've done on tonight's subject. So no, that's the educational bit.
It is, yeah. I think the purpose of these shares were exactly that. They were a share of information, a share of knowledge. It doesn't always have to come from us. It can come from you, because by no means do I know all there is to know. If you know some Halloween facts, then absolutely tell me about them. It was interesting because you said yesterday when a cat ran in front of us, is that good luck or bad luck?
I never know which way around it is.
If they cross your path, it's good luck. If you cross theirs, it's bad luck.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think we covered that in our superstitions.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, the whole walking under ladders and all that sort of malarkey.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we'll wait for Danny's question to come in.
Okay.
Did anybody go on to the spring site last week, the merch site? Did anybody get anything? I just interested to know. I should have logged in on there actually and had a look. Could have done it that way.
You could have done, really.
But I've not had a chance to put baseball caps on there yet, but I will do. So,
Okay. And beanies, people like them.
would you be able to do card readings again? Penny, you were spot on with my reading.
Excellent. We have been doing card readings.
Yeah,
We've gone out and done quite a few.
I did 2 last night.
You did 2 last night. So yeah, we're back to doing readings again. I am thinking that we might benefit from doing a reading evening, if anybody was interested in that. Do you want to talk about next week?
Oh, yeah. Next weekend, you may have seen it going around on our social media. We're going to be doing an open reading evening, mediumship evening at Ryan's, what's it called? Ryan's Cafe.
In Boothville, Northampton.
Yeah, Boothville, Northampton. So that'll be an evening. An evening
with.
Yeah. It'll give us a chance to do some tarot cards. I'd like to do some mediumship on a room.
It is tickets only.
Yeah.
So if you do want to come along, you need to contact Ryan's Cafe, which you can do through Facebook or Instagram.
2 seconds.
And organise your tickets, because if you turn up at the door, it might not. I have no idea what he's doing now. He started clicking away.
I've clicked off the screen now.
No idea what's
I was going to see if
now.
I could get a link.
Anyway, so the theory is that there will be some tarot readings, there'll be some mediumship, and we'll do some spirit board communication as well.
Yeah.
And maybe a few other activities. But the good thing is, in the price of your ticket, you also get a lovely drink and a slice of cake. Who can say no to that? That's worth doing, if nothing else. And it's an evening with like-minded people that are interested. I think if you're willing to invest in a ticket, it shows your belief, your interest.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So that's quite exciting. That's on the Friday. So,
we just change your
plans.
plans.
Don't go on holiday then. Don't go away. That's just selfish. Kidding. For anybody that hasn't read the comment, it was that someone was going away.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Come and join us.
I can put my own comment up. Sorry, that just cheered me up a little bit.
You're so
easily pleased.
But we were thinking on actual
Halloween
night of having an open circle.
Yeah, we could. If people would be interested on the Sunday night, we could have.
Come and join us.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking we can do the fire outside as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you'd be up for that.
A bit of a chat, maybe a little bit of spirit board.
Yeah, and thanks.
Maybe a little bit of spirit communication through
fire.
Seance.
Oh, okay.
You're just going to say your own words now. You're just obsessed. You're a pyromaniac.
No, I was just thinking
to burn stuff.
It'd be fine to do the seancey stuff, but to actually embrace the other bits of it, the fire stuff, for giving thanks to our ancestors. People standing there and, all right, tell me the name of your ancestor. Tell me your granddad, your great granddad,
and telling stories about them.
Yeah,
of who they were, and a great tradition is to write down a message to burn in the fire.
Yep.
And the words will be carried on the embers.
Mm.
So that's quite a good thing to do as well. You don't have to join us. It's something that you can do on your own. But let us know if anybody wants to come and spend some time with us. You absolutely can.
And it would be on a Sunday night, so we'd be live streaming.
We would. Everything.
So we'd be live streaming from here, but we'd also incorporate some work at the fireplace, some work at the sort of Ouija board, communication board, sorry. So yeah, Oh, let us know if you're interested in coming to join us
Yeah, that'd
on
be
the
great.
Sunday night. So like I say, spaces would be limited, but we could do something.
Yeah.
For the serious
And
members.
if you don't want to come, are you having your own celebration?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
If you're having a party, tell us where. And if nobody
taking your
comes
kids
here,
out-
we're coming.
Taking your kids out trick or treating just so you can tax their sweets when they come back.
That's a really good plan. See, I foxed grown-ups. When I was a kid, everybody was doing the trick or treat thing. And instead, we would knock the door and say, the sky is blue, the grass is green. Do you have a treat for Halloween? And I remember one particular man opened the door and said, no, I want a trick. I want you to do a trick instead. And I said, that was not what I said, though. And I said the rhyme to him again. And he was like, oh I'll just give you something then.
When I was a kid,
like, this is about speed now. We've got a lot of houses to get to.
yeah, you didn't say trick when I was a kid. That would have involved eggs or something bad.
But I do remember taking my own children, and I don't know which one. I can't remember which one now, or at least I'm not going to say it live on air because they'll lynch me. Is they'd knock the door. The chap that answered the door clearly hadn't realised what night it was and went, oh, I'm not really sure what I've got in. Went off, came back with like full-size chocolate bars and kind of held them out in the plan of choose one, but didn't say anything. So one of my lovely children went, thank you very much.
Brilliant.
And took all of them.
Seizing an opportunity.
I think he turned the light off then, so nobody else would knock.
Yeah, you got nothing left.
It's true. It's true.
So Danny can watch on her way home,
Excellent.
and Marion's too far for Marion.
Oh,
It's because she's down near London town.
all right.
Chimney sweep country.
But to be fair, it makes sense because you want to look after the dogs, and if you've got lots of people coming,
definitely.
and knocking on door. I don't know whether people are actually going to do that now. I don't know whether kids are going to trick or treat, or are they going to do the same thing as last year? Put a picture of a pumpkin or something in your window, and they have to go round and spot pumpkins. It's not as much fun, and obviously the parent has to buy the sweets.
That is a bit of a con, isn't it?
It's quite sad because the first Halloween we couldn't go or do anything.
Yep.
We did lockdown crafts.
Yep.
Didn't we? And made little spooky houses and weird coloured biscuits.
Shrunken heads.
And shrunken heads, of which I've got an obscene amount of apples from a neighbour's tree.
Yep, we need to do some.
That I'm going to make shrunken heads out of, that I should have done this weekend, but the weekend kind of got hijacked.
Okay, so we do some cards.
If you want to. Does anybody want cards doing?
Would you like a reading? Don't know why I did that.
I don't know why I did that.
It felt like that was the energy I was channeling.
And if you do want a card, who do you want to pull the card?
Yeah, I won't be offended if you put a penny or me. Doesn't matter.
But pop up a heart. One of us will read for you. It'll only be a mini thing.
Yeah.
Won't be a big deal. But only if you want to. You don't have to. Grease lightning.
Danny, yes, please. I read it with the inflection you typed it with.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do cards?
No, you can do Danny.
Okay. Right, hang on a minute, because I didn't tidy them away nicely.
So what would you guys like us to do as follow-up topics? I mean, this time we've done obviously the time of year, and I've got plenty of time between now and Christmas to do my Christian bashing stuff, so we don't need to talk about that a lot.
I apologise.
Oh, Danny, doesn't mind who reads. Oh, should we see if we get a confirmed one, both of us at the same time? Because I don't know, Danny. I don't know you, Danny. Hi.
You've got a knight on a horse. So, have you been saved from something by your lovely chap? And if you haven't, is there a situation that he can save you from? Whatever it is, it's going to turn out really good for you. And you're going to come out of the situation a lot more powerful than you are now. a lot stronger. There is a potential that there is something that's happened that is it's not great. It can be linked to court action.
Well, that's the card I got. I got adjustment, which stands with the
Around justice,
liberty and justice and balancing the scales.
And it's making you feel like you can't manage, you're feeling weak, but it is going to improve.
Yeah, I got adjustment card followed by sorrow. So yes, there is a certain amount of adjustment going on. It seems like it's a legal thing, but it was superseded by the Prince of Cups, who steps in to fill everything back up again and motivate you and keep things moving forward.
And there is a man that's instigating something. If it hasn't already happened, it is going to. So be prepared.
Yeah, you get Knight of Cups after that.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out all right, but it's gonna absolutely knock you off your feet for a bit and be quite scary.
Oh, I'm going to pull one card for Marion and see whether she's got a man in her life, because that's what all Marion.
Oh my lord, I'm not Marion, because every single time I'm telling you he's in your life and you just holding him back. What a lovely way to be. Sorry, Danny, that it's not a more positive one. It is a positive one. It's going to be a hard time, but it's going to come out okay. You're going to be all right. You've just got to stay strong and positive, and wait it out, and it will improve, whatever it is.
For Marion,
before we move on, I've got something about a house. There's a house. There's something to do with a house, Danny. Are you planning on moving? Or have you talked about moving? There's something around a house that's come up. And it's not great. It's not good news. Whatever it is, if it's about a move, then don't do it. Because it's not the right time. Sorry.
You bloody will be if you cut me off again.
I can't help it. If I get a message come in, I've got to share it.
Put them on hold.
Oh, all right. Okay. It's your turn.
Right. My one for Marion came up to do with a money issue and something moving really slowly as far as money's concerned, whether it's you're waiting for money to come in or you thought something was going to be paid for by now, but it wasn't. But it is followed by the Princess of Cups, which means it is coming, but it seems to be taking a while to get to you. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about the money, the here lack of.
There's no need for that. Oh, it's just weird. All right, lovely, Danny. Anytime. Anybody else that wants one? Is there anybody who's on YouTube?
No, everybody tonight's watching is actually on our Facebook.
That's what I said. A lot of people seem to prefer.
Oh, I don't like Facebook.
Book face. I know, but they do. Anywho,
you won't budge me on the subject. I can't be doing with Facebook. It's just.
What does Marion say there?
Tell me you are spot on. Tell me you're spot on. Hey, what?
What have you uncovered there? Something to do with finances and waiting?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Well, I hope I'm spot on. The spirit's telling me to say things.
The end of a battle, Chris.
Yeah.
Have you been arguing with a woman that just won't see sense?
Which is every woman you've ever argued with.
Careful. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting is a female who just, they're blinded by something and they don't want to let it go, but if it hasn't already come to an end, it's going to. They are going to see sense. They're just really reluctant to do that. There is a lot of female. And there's some stagnancy. There's some lack of movement. But what is that lack of movement with? Were you going to travel somewhere? Were you going to go somewhere and now you can't go? Or there's a delay and you've had to put it off? Because that's definitely what I'm getting. And you have to be patient. I'm still getting the end of a battle, end of a disagreement. Yeah, and at the end, a journey halted. Something was going to happen. You were going to go somewhere, or you were planning to go somewhere, and now that's not happening. And it's not going to for a while. But when it does, it's going to be really good. But the journey isn't happening yet. Whatever that is. Okay.
Cool. So,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm not
Marion.
doing very cheery ones this evening. You've all got doom and gloom going on. Sorry.
Yeah, Marion's had a week from hell and needs to sell her van to recoup.
Oh, bless.
Bless you. Sorry, man. Bless you. So, yeah, spot on. SARS.
Oh, hang on. Where's Chris?
And Chris's reply, yeah, holiday cancelled since COVID. So, yeah, there was. For me, I paid for a holiday for my daughters. They were going to go away for a birthday party 2 years ago. And
It
that
is
never
going to
happened.
happen, but it's not going to happen for a few months now.
Crazy times.
Yeah. It's not going to happen for a while. But when it does, it'll be something really worthwhile and you'll really enjoy it.
I have a newbie called Darlene. Darlene? Am I saying that wrong? I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. Wilkinson, I can say your surname.
Can we call you D?
No, welcome to the show.
Howdy doodle.
Howdy
doodle. Tom wants reading.
I'm going to do the newbies, and I'm going to do these.
Wait. What has Chris put?
As a response to his reading, I feud with everyone.
Oh, no, you don't.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna read these from what I read as. This is how I started as tarot.
With picture cards.
Yeah, I was poor. Couldn't afford tarot cards.
We have them in abundance now. Who are you reading for? Tom.
Deline.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, I saw women. Women. Surrounded by females. The bits that stick out to me when I read these cards are some parts of the imagery. So in this instance, these two ladies are both holding flowers. So that tells me there's some sort of a there's a reason that they've brought bunches of flowers. My first thought is somebody ill in hospital, but I'm hoping it's not that. Yeah, it's a male holding his chest. Oh, I don't know. God, it's so difficult to read when you do this, and you're not literally sat in front of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, two ladies holding flowers, which gives me this image of ladies walking towards somewhere holding bunches of flowers, and a man holding his chest. I need to know if this is positive or negative. Yeah, axes. Oh, I said her name spot on. So that was key one, first thing sort of thing. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. There's these two ladies are holding. I think this is a family issue between two ladies, and there's a guy who's either not very well, or has already passed. And I hate when information like that comes out because it's a bit delicate. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to, in the words of Boris, I'm going to level up and actually go on to my proper tarot cards because I should be able to get more detail out. It is. I'm still seeing this same kind of random not feud, link between you and it's a link between you and two women, and there is a disappointment and cruelty. You're disappointed in one of them, or they're disappointed in you, and the cards come out as disappointment, cruelty, prudence. So that the cards are saying take a step back for a moment and reflect on what's going on. And if situations need to come to an end and you draw a conclusion to the end, then go for it, because the sun tells me the end of something, which it doesn't strike me as I thought with the first set of cards it was a person, but I think it's actually a situation or a group of people that you're potentially moving away from or disassociating from. Yeah, I think that's what I was getting on that. So I hope that makes sense.
Okay. So I've done a reading for Tom. And Tom's card, the first thing is it's a coming together of people. So
is he coming to dance around our fire naked?
Maybe. It was something that was going to happen that was delayed, but it is going to happen now. And it's something that caused conflict. So now it's actually going to go ahead. Things are better. Things are brighter. It's the end of that. And you're in a better place because of it. And the outcome's going to be really good. It's something that you're really going to get a lot out of. Whatever it is, the coming together with these other people is going to cause a dramatic change for you. Something new is going to happen to you, whether that's about an adventure, an opportunity to go somewhere, to travel somewhere and spend time doing different things, or whether that's related to a job that's somewhere new that you have to go to. That's what I got on a quick reading for Tom. It's going to be good. That's a good one. I like doing that one.
We have a request from Danny. Do you do pregnancy ones, or is it more doula side?
I'm not quite sure what you mean, my lovely. Pregnancy readings, are you telling me? Are you breaking it to me gently there?
And we've also had...
There's going to be a...
from Delene recently, she sort of corrected it there.
Yeah.
Recently had to sack a lady. So, yeah, I think that's where the sort of cruelty and the prudence came in, and the lady with the flower. It's the sorrow is what the significance of the flower is. But then I overthought it a bit.
But it was the end of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I get for trying to read playing cards, because you still get the same information, but I just didn't trust it as much as I should have.
I'll be intrigued. Tom, if you get offered a job somewhere abroad, that would be great.
Next Sunday night, mate.
Sky clad you will be. I won't be, but nobody needs to see that.
Right.
Super.
No, that was good. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I did.
Hopefully
you've learned a little bit about our Sabbats as well.
Yeah, it's understanding that little bit of... It's not religion. The way of kind of thinking, system. The belief sort of pagan side of things, it isn't rammed down your throat the same way as a number of things. So, my watch is happy for me.
And as you said, we had a great evening last night, spent time with like-minded people.
Did me the world of good. It connected me back to 2 animal guides.
And you had a Reiki session, so I didn't.
I didn't get sleep till about 1:30 in the morning.
It was about 3.
I was buzzed, although I did sleep in until about 10.
Anyway. You're pregnant. Danny, did I say that to you?
No, I'm pregnant.
On that
no, I'm not pregnant. No, I am pregnant.
Did I say to you on your last reading that there was another child destined for you? Can't remember now.
Does Danny
I've
a
read
doula?
A few times. No.
Oh. Is Danny a doula?
No.
Oh, I'm just wondering.
I don't like the idea of doing readings for pregnant people, if I'm honest with you. I will, if you really want it. I'm not keen, because if there is as I've said before, we choose our paths, and sometimes the news that we get from cards isn't great, and I wouldn't want that to affect.
It's not pregnant.
Okay. At some point you will be. I certainly wouldn't want that to affect somebody either. We just asked, will there be another child for you? And the answer was yes.
Whether you want one or not.
Didn't say it was yours. But there you go.
So yeah, the last few minutes.
What should we do for the last few minutes?
Ask people to like, share, subscribe, do all that social media. You've no idea how important and how hard it is and how difficult it is.
And how much time we dedicate.
Yeah. And it always seems like other sites kind of blow up. And I know I'm not expecting this to go viral, but
No.
it's nice when you guys leave your imprint on our video as a, oh yeah, I liked that, I'm going to share it. Or
and leave us a review as well.
Yeah.
If you've had a reading or you said it was just, oh yeah, I remember what it was now.
I don't.
Excellent.
Thank you, Marion.
Thank you, lovely Marion. As always.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Not at all.
What I don't know what we'll talk about next week. We'll figure it out between now and then.
Unless
I've already mentioned something.
What, that we are doing a get together?
Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Honestly, you're quite hard work sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, my lovelies.
Jordan is now a believer.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Good to know.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, lovely.
It's good fun. I enjoy doing these. The imparting of information and the randomness of it.
Messages. You can send us a message through Facebook, or you can leave it in the comments on the YouTube. I just say it because I know you like it.
The
now.
YouTube.
It's like being on internet, on Tinterweb. Send us a message and let us know if you are interested in getting together next weekend. And honouring our ancestors.
Yeah, if you'd like to join us in a little pagan festival. I promise we won't be naked. That's just a joke. Not without anybody signing paperwork first.
What is that for the photo release?
Yeah. That night we're doing a Wiccan Warriors OnlyFans edition. Yeah, no, it was all. It did all come to an end. That was like the sun card to me is the end of something.
Start something good that's new. Absolutely.
Not with this one. It's just the end of something.
No.
So yeah, no. Thank you for joining us
again. And if you haven't had the opportunity, go back and look at some of our old shares. You can go to our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
we're all on there.
Yeah, loads of different topics.
There's a few that aren't on the Facebook one, but they're all.
I think, are we on our 30th show or something like that?
I think we're on like 31 now.
Yeah, it's something like that.
We skipped a couple when you were poorly.
Yeah, and I've been a bit lax in getting together the crypt video. I've got it half edited. The visuals done. I've just got to do all the sound and the overlays and stuff.
How interesting it is that the video that I took keeps crashing our system.
Yeah, it's because your phone's a Samsung.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What absolute nonsense.
You need a new phone.
Yeah.
No, genuinely one of the videos that crashed the program is the one of you going down the stairs and then you'd edited it and shortened it and done something to it. It didn't like that video at all.
I haven't changed it at all.
You did, you cropped it.
All right, okay.
It did because I'd ended up throwing everything in there, so it kind of did. So anyway,
at some point the crypt video will be available.
And
the podcast.
Oh, I'm behind on that as
We're
well.
a bit behind.
I'll tell you for why I'm behind on that.
If you haven't heard them, go back and listen.
I'm a little bit behind on that because of Anchor and the way that they've put the podcast together. I'm not sure it's actually working properly, so I need to do some tests on that.
All right. Super.
Nothing wrong with.
Absolutely.
No, there's nothing wrong with new Samsungs. It's when they're a 10-year-old Samsung.
Mine isn't 10 years old.
It is. It's like a
Isn't
technological
at
brick.
all.
It's an
Isn't at
old
all.
phone.
It's 2 years old.
Tell her, Danny. Just tell her to get a new phone. Although you're not getting a new phone until I get a new chair.
Right.
We need 20 subscribers.
Unfortunately, I've just asked the cows, will I get a new phone? And the answer was no.
Yeah, bloody was as
Will
well.
Alistair
Shit.
get a new chair? No. So
Ugh.
prove the cards wrong. Prove that you can change the outcome of something from the cards by going and subscribing to our YouTube. Because if we hit 20, and we are 2 off of that so far,
Yeah.
then we will get Alistair a new chair and he'll stop whining.
Yeah. Excellent. But other than that, come and find me on TikTok. Right, let's go. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
Keep your eye out and we'll put the information about next week.
Yeah, you'll have to do the Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do the Instagram stuff.
But send us comments.
Yeah.
Let us know.
So anyway, right. See you later, guys. We'll see you next Sunday.